Hello everyone, this is the N64 Punk with another video, and in this video I am super excited. So with honestly kind of how the gaming landscape is now, I am a massive physical collecting guy. Like, I prefer physical media over digital media anytime. But unfortunately we're just getting to that point where companies are starting to phase out physical media, and it kills me as a collector. But I don't know what we're gonna do anymore with these companies, doing what they're doing. PS5 might be the last physical PlayStation. I don't know. May not be. I don't know how good PS5's physical sales are doing. Nintendo obviously doesn't give a crap about physical copies anymore. Game key cards. And with Steam on the rise, bet y'all know where this is probably going. I finally decided to take a gamble and give Steam a shot. I've never really played that many PC games other than like Age of Empires 2, the old Theme Hospital, Rise and Fall, like some old PC games that I used to play, but they weren't like, your big shooters and like Skyrim or any of that stuff. I never played that stuff on computers. I've always been more of a console guy. So it's always been really hard for me to want to jump into PC gaming on top. I prefer a controller. To me, it just feels more natural. And obviously the physical end, PCs haven't been physical for almost 20 years, which is, crazy to think about. But Steam so far has been the one company that, if I do go digital, they're the only company I trust with my digital games. I don't trust Sony, I don't trust Microsoft, I don't trust Nintendo, I don't trust any of these other companies. They're the only one that I've seen that I trust because they've been around for 20 odd years or so, give or take. And people have never had an issue with, Steam and stuff, like getting their games. So, with all that nonsense out of the way, I'm so excited about this. As you can see, we got a big, nice box here. And when we open it, dude, just bought a SteamDeck, is what everyone keeps saying on the internet. There's a lot of reasons why I went with the SteamDeck. Obviously, there's a lot more advanced handhelds now with like the ROG Ally system, and then the Legion 2, I think that's coming out. Those are definitely way more powerful systems than the SteamDeck is. I mean, the SteamDeck's 3 years old by this point. But to be honest, that is the biggest reason I want a SteamDeck over those other two consoles, is because Steam is treating this console, this system, kind of like a console, like a game console life expectancy. And I like that because it means this system will have support. It will be easier to repair. There's just... And honestly, I don't like the idea of having to buy new hardware every single year. When it's like of the same system. Like, I'll buy multiple copies of a console, obviously. I'm a collector. But having to constantly upgrade your hardware, power-wise, it's annoying because it's... I don't know, that's why I could just never get into PC, because it's just, that landscape keeps evolving so fast. And that's one thing I've always loved about consoles is, yes, the games get outdated in a few years graphically, but it's like, I don't care. Like, I love good-looking games, but I'm not like a, graphic snob. I mean, if I get a good-looking game on anything, I'm happy, but it's like, it doesn't have to be like the most amazing looking game. If anything, I really think companies should be focusing on performance more than raw graphical power anyway. Like, I really think the next PS6 or the next, I don't know if Xbox is going to have another Xbox or not, I don't know, or the next Switch, stop stop going with graphics and just go with performance. That's what we need. It's just raw performance upgrades more than graphics. I think we're at that point with the PS5 where graphics just don't matter anymore. But whatever. So yeah, you get this little sleeve. There it is, the Steam Deck. Because just buy a Steam Deck. So it has this valve lock on it, which is nice. So they let you know if this thing has ever been tampered with. So if you do by any chance go on eBay and a seller's trying to tell you that's brand new, because it doesn't, like you see, it doesn't come in like, I mean, I guess it had the brown shipping box. But other than that, this thing doesn't come in an actual box. It just has this sleeve thing on it. So that's kind of good to know that Valve has this little security tag here to let you know if it's actually been, if it's a new console or not. So, you know, just keep that in mind if you look for one of these on eBay or something. You know, whatever. I got mine obviously off Steam because, yeah, I ain't dealing with the scalpers nonsense anymore. Like Walmart, every other store is charging like $800 for this thing, and it's ridiculous. I was like, just go to Valve's website and you can buy it there. Ooh. I've never seen a Steam Deck in my life, like in person. I have never seen one in. Ooh. That feels good. Wow, that feels pretty good. Definitely a little big. I got kind of smaller hands, so it's a little big feeling in my hands. But it feels pretty solid. Nice. Well, that is it. And this is the, let's see if it got any power to it. I picked up the OLED, 1 terabyte version. Nope, there we go. Right now, well, I guess before December 1st, so you got 2 days by the time this video uploads, Steam is having a massive sale on the LCD model, the 256 gig Steam Deck, for $230. So, if you're someone and you want to jump on the Steam Deck, but you don't want to put like a whole bunch of money into it, if you can catch the Steam Deck on Black Friday, I mean, that's just a great deal. I mean, honestly, you can't even buy a base level Switch anymore at the store for $320. Like a base model Switch, 7-year-old tech, mind you, is now $340. So this is the reason why Steam is kicking everyone's butt by this point, because their pricing has not gone up. PlayStation's gone up. Xbox has gone up. Nintendo's gone up. Steam Decks have stayed the exact same price their entire lifespan. So we got all the setup stuff. But I'll do all that later. But yep, this is the OLED model. It's the got the kind of like matte look to it. It's supposed to be like anti-glare. Yeah, I guess it's, yeah, you know, still annoying with glares, but whatever. Alright, let's see what else. So that's about it. I'm going to microfiber cloth. That is a substantial case, actually. That's a nice case that this comes with. It has like a storage pouch right here, I think. Yeah, and you got like a little storage sock right here on the back. I guess I could put that for the charger. This didn't come with a power cord, did it? Oh, duh. That's probably what this little box is. It's the power supply. I already cut the seal on it before the start of the video. But at least I thought I did. You gotta be kidding me. Did I not cut the seal on this? I could have sworn I cut the seal on this. Where's my knife? There it is. Oh, at least I got my knife on me. I could have sworn I cut this. I guess I did not. I'm going crazy. Oh yeah. So that's just a power brick. It's got a small power brick. I like the Steam logo on it. That's pretty nice. Looks like it has a really nice long cable. It's pretty nice looking, nice power brick. I also picked up the Steam Dock, so I'm kind of curious what this would be like. This packaging gives me Gateway vibes. If any of you remember Gateway from like the early 2000s, they had like that weird like cow packaging for their stuff, and the black and white on this just gives me that cow vibe that Gateway computers used to be kind of known for back in the early 2000s. So SteamDeck dock, and that guy is tiny. So we got one USB, USB-A, HDMI out, USB Type-C, we got your Ethernet in, and 3 more USB ports. So that's the dock right there. Nice rubber grip on it. And then obviously this plugs into the Steam Deck itself. I don't think the Steam Deck dock, it doesn't add any additional performance, does it? I think it's just basically just to transfer the video over. I don't think it's like a switch dock that gives it some performance. And we got the power supply, which, doesn't have the Steam stuff on it. Same looking power supply, just doesn't have the logo on it. Interesting. Guess why they did that. But and your instructions in here, no one cares about that crap. Yeah, that's a pretty nice looking little dock. I was really surprised that Steam hasn't came out with like a dedicated controller for the Steam Deck. I guess they do have that Steam controller that they made like years and years and years ago, but I've always kind of heard negative things about that controller, so I'm probably going to wait until the Steam's new console comes out to get a controller for the Steam Deck. Or I might, you can also use an Xbox One controller if I ever decide to play it on the TV. But another thing I decided to pick up for it is obviously you want a protective case. At least I do. I like really taking care of my stuff, so I got a protective case. And let's see, I'm trying to remember what the name of the company was. Killswitch, I think it's the name of the company. And I think they are D-Brand. Maybe it's Killstage and D-Brand working together or something like that. But yeah, this is a super premium box for a case. I mean, this looks like something Apple or something would have made. It even has like all their Steam Deck graphics on it, which is pretty nice. Let's see. Yeah, so there you go. Nice magnetic lid. So I opted for I opted for this really cool skin, because these cases come with skins, and I opted for the one where it shows the internals of the Steam Deck. I thought that was just too cool, so I opted for that. And then nice foam in the case. We got nice foam, which is super nice. Like I said, this is like some pretty good packaging. But again, I guess it better be. This thing wasn't cheap. Not at all. It was a pretty pricey accessory, honestly, for this thing. But here's this case. Comes with this nice hard plastic. Has like a kind of a sandpaper feel to it, actually. I may or may not like that. I don't know. It feels kind of like feels like a cat's tongue is what it feels like. It's a cat's tongue. You got a kickstand, which I don't really care for when these have. I mean, it's nice that they have kickstands, I guess, but I just never liked the way they make kickstands on this kind of stuff. Like, I want a kickstand that looks like it's like built into the case where it's seamless. You don't have like this kind of bulky looking thing on the back. But I believe this can come off. Yeah, it just twists off. And they have a adapter that has like a strap on it where you can like attach batteries to this too, which I might end up getting one of those eventually as well. But this just pops off. Even a nice felt in the back of the case. That's pretty nice. Huh. Yeah, it's D-brand. It's their Killswitch D-brand case. I guess I'll say it. Alright, so I'm shocked at actually how light this thing feels. Like, it feels so light. Like, the weight is... I mean, it's not like a light console, but, I mean, considering its size, it feels pretty light to me. So, let's see. Let's get this guy in. My God, though, that OLED. Ironically, I didn't pay that much attention when I bought the screen, or when I bought this. I didn't realize the 512 gigabyte model and the 1 terabyte model had different OLED screens. Like the 1 terabyte model has the anti-glare screen, which I have a LG gaming monitor for my that I play my consoles and stuff on because I have to get up close because I got poor vision, so it's just easier for me to play at a desk half the time. That's why I'm kind of excited about the Steam Deck with the portability because, you know, I love the Switch for its portability and everything. So having a portable PC is pretty awesome. My God, this thing feels so good. I'm used to Switch controls. I'm trying to hit B for A. Oh, that feels weird. So the touchpads have, you know, they obviously have haptic motors under them. I like that. I got, you know, not the greatest vision, so having a bit of like tactile or just like some kind of rumble feedback is pretty good. I like that. But okay, so I was wanting to do all the Wi-Fi and all that kind of stuff. So I'll get all this set up myself, and I might make an update video, kind of how I feel about the Steam Deck. You know, my experience with it, stuff like that. But I love this case, though. It's awesome because you don't need some big. I mean, this is an awesome case. Like Steam, y'all did a great job with this case. I mean, it's a good case for just an add-in, and I really think that's a smart thing to do to cut down on packaging. It's just ship it in a hard case. You know, most of your customers are going to buy a hard case for your console anyway, so just ship the console in a hard case. But this case is great because it is a little slightly more compact, not like crazy compact, but it is a little more compact, and that is pretty, pretty strong. I mean, I wouldn't step on this obviously, but or put it in an area where your Steam Deck could get crushed, but it feels pretty good. But yep, guys, I'm going to start my Steam journey. I've switched to the PC Master Race. Yeah, I'm part of the PC Master Race. Ha 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 ha. I'm a thin blood. Does the Steam Deck make me a super thin blood? So, I don't know. Alright guys, this has been the N64 Punk. If you liked or didn't like the video, whatever. If you have any comments or anything, leave them in the description. Hope you guys all have a blessed day, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.